everyone, I'm Zhi Haoshen. Today I'm going to talk about Chinese education is scary but beneficial compared to foreign countries. Western parents generally believe that children are independent from the day they were born, with their own independent will and personality. Neither parents, teacher, nor friend has the right to dictate and limit their behaviors. In most cases, they should not make choice for children, but let children feel that they are their own masters. Chinese parents, on the other hand, require their children to be obedient. This not only makes the children lose their happiness of childhood, but also wiped out the children's independent nature. Many families in Western countries attached great importance to children's own exercise from an early age. They generally believe that the growth of children must rely on their own strengths. So from an early age to cultivate and exercise children's sense of independence and the ability to live independently. In this imperceptible process, children gradually grow into citizens with the ability to survive independently and the sense of social responsibility. However, Chinese children have gradually lost the ability to be independent due to the exam-oriented education and the parental control. As a child, I also suffered from controlled treatment. When I was in primary school, I not only get off school very late every day, but I was required to take Olympic math class on weekends. Apart from having a very little free time in summer and winter vacation, I was almost completely immersed in the ocean of learning in those years. In return for this result is also relatively satisfactory. Math speed and accuracy are higher than ordinary people. And in the last year of primary school, I won the Olympic Mathematics Competition Award. In the middle school, parents and teachers have been trying to grab puppy life. Puppy life in their eyes is not legal. It's like poison grabbed in their heart, not to put unhappy. This is untimely behavior also happened to me with a girl from the next class. In fact, love and learning are not natural enemies. It's just two different mediators. The key is to grasp the middle of scale. Take love as a responsibility and study as a challenge. When you encourage problems that cannot solved by one person in study, two persons are better than one to solve the problems. And in this process, to encourage each other, help each other, and improve together, why not? Although I know the truth and our relationship is hidden very deep, but was found by teacher. Finally, the adults also put this love as a poison. Do not kill the us not to give up. This is the end of our pure relationship. I think to take the responsibility of love is expression of growth. The growth is everyone must go through the process. The process of growth is always to own experience where really understanding. Next, I'm going to talk about the differences in education between China and foreign country. The first difference is the primary goal of primary education in China is developing children's intelligence and correct their learning attitude. In Europe and the United States, primary education has only one purpose: to cultivate children's creativities. And the second difference is parents have different attitude towards student grade. For Chinese student, a bad report card will cause him to come under pressure from all sides. However, in Europe and the United States, every student's report card at the end of the year is personal. Parents do not put too much pressure on their children. Grades are far less important in an adult's mind and their abilities. The third difference is the subjective cognition of knowledge between the two regions. Chinese education focused on the accumulation and the installation of knowledge. Chinese students to respect knowledge and authority, inherit knowledge, and build a knowledge system. Europe and American pay more attention to cultivate student practical ability to use knowledge. Their questioning of knowledge and authority, their critical spirit and their expression and creation of knowledge. These two kinds of education express different attitude towards knowledge. Namely, the static education in China and the dramatic difference between Europe and the United States, which reflects the different knowledge fields in these two regions. The third difference, the fourth difference is the learning environment provided by two districts is different. Under the restriction of exam-oriented education and the influence of traditional ideas, Chinese schools adopt two-stage strategies of breaking apart knowledge in the advanced stage. Western schools encourage children to do research since childhood and cultivate children's research ability to deal with problems independently, and ability to organize research materials and sports research method. And the fifth difference is between the education mode and the college entrance examination system. The teaching method is Western school, not only guide students to understand and master the correct answers consistent with teachers, but also provide space for students to image freely. Let students try to explore the potential answers that both teachers and students do not know but exist objectively. The purpose of heuristic education in China is clear and the result is fixed. It is to consistently explore and use various methods to get the only answers. Although it has limited and divergence of thinking to some extent, Chinese students have performed better in terms of executive power and accuracy. And my conclusion is Chinese college entrance examination system has led to Chinese students have put all their eggs in one basket to complete the learning task. Chinese students have more basic knowledge but less innovation abilities. It is also because of rigid selection environment that Chinese students have solid foundation and strong executive ability. Only when exam-oriented education is changed can quality education get its own space. Education is kind of cultural phenomenon. Different education reflects different cultural connotations. This is educational method or systems suitable for today's Europeans and Americans society may not necessarily adapt to Chinese present society. And that is end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.